Hey everyone, this is Daniel. This is my Gecko video update blog for July the 10th, 2009. I got two updates today. First update is going to be obvious, of course. I got a new optimized SeaMonkey build put up. You know where to go to get it. The change sets for this build are right here. And this also includes an additional patch that while it targets Mozilla Central, I've also applied it to my personal builds into the Mozilla 191 repo as well, because the files that it patches are virtually the same when you look at it in Mozilla Central and Mozilla 191. And what is that bug exactly? Well, that is bug 503186, and there's the information about that. Matter of fact, I'm going to sit down for that. It has quite a bit of history to go along with it. Initially, the description was even longer, but the initial patches were 3 separate patches, and of course, that's not liked very well. It really needs to be combined into one patch, so I did that. And okay, I was just making sure you were able to read all that. Anyway, the initial patch, which I termed patch 0.1, it had a typo, so I had to fix that, and that made it patch 0.1.1. And then I found out that one file has already been fixed in an upstream release, and so I could remove that part. So I created the current patch, which is patch 0.1.2 for this bug. So that is the patch that is currently awaiting to be reviewed, I believe. And if it does make it into the code base, this will be my first official bug fix to the Gecko code base. For me, it's a little bit important because, well, I've been a builder of Firefox, Thunderbird, and SeaMonkey. I have built all 3. But I have never actually been smart enough to create a patch for a problem before. And initially I was looking at some code that I was just looking at some code because I was using Python 2.6. So it throws up some deprecation warnings. And I thought I could get rid of these warnings. True, they only show up for Python 2.6 because it prepares people for Python 3.0. And actually Python now is at 3.1 and 3.2 is in development. However, you can't build Mozilla with Python, well, with the Python 3 series yet. So the best I can do is 2.6.2 at the moment of this video. So I started the patch making process, making sure that I kept backward compatibility with Python 2.4. The reason behind that is because while Windows requires Python 2.5 or newer, I believe both Macintosh OS X and Linux only require Python 2.4. So I have to make sure that the code doesn't break either of those platforms, because I know it won't break Windows. It's just Linux and Macintosh OS X that I have to worry about. And so I went through my code, my patch and everything, and made sure of that, and the current patch that is up now is the result of that. And hopefully this patch will be the one that gets checked in. Hopefully there's no nits or anything that need to be fixed that require me to make another patch. And if not, like I said, this will be the first patch that I've ever created before. This is technically a build configuration patch. I at first thought it was an optimization patch, so I labeled it as an enhancement when I first created the bug on Mozilla.org. But of course later that turned into what they call a trivial bug, or in other words, a little more important than enhancement, because it does affect some code. But as it's build configuration code, it doesn't affect just one program, it affects everything, because, well, that code that's being fixed is in the core. So, yeah. But the patch itself, obviously, I believe I've already mentioned, but I'll mention again anyway. The patch itself targets Mozilla Central, or the trunk. However, it also works on Mozilla 191. So, you do get an offset when you apply it to Mozilla 191, but it still patches and works just as good as it works on the trunk or Mozilla Central. So, yeah, basically, to sum things up, new optimized SeaMonkey build is available. I followed my first build that actually has a patch that I come up with myself, and hopefully nothing else will go wrong. And the next Gecko video update will be me talking about a well, optimized candidate build for SeaMonkey 2.0 Beta 1, or that bug 503186 got checked in. Whichever comes first. But anyway, with that being said, I am Daniel, and I will see you next time.
Let me show you just what